What is going on? Let's talk about identity shifting and make it even more interesting. How do we achieve permanent identity shifting? I'm going to share with you my 7+ years in the field of human transformation, personal development, and just being obsessed with innovation and discovering the best techniques to really shift in a long lasting way. Okay, so what is identity shifting? We need to understand that what we're really doing is we are stepping more into our true identity and stepping out of our false identity. There's this battle, there's this war inside of you between good and evil, because you are the true master, which is your true nature, your natural state of wholeness, of peace, of power, of abundance. When you were a little kid, before society's programming, before anything, you remember that you felt so much freedom, so much love, so much curiosity and authenticity, and you didn't have this inner critic just beating you up, becoming really harsh on yourself, criticizing you, criticizing other people. All of that nonsense did not exist. So, what is identity shifting? It's to stop living and accepting the ego and stepping into your true self. How do we actually do this? Number one is you need to stop your attention from going into the limiting thoughts and patterns of the false identity. A lot of the times people ask me, my clients ask me, JP, I'm confused. I'm having this identity crisis. I don't really know who I am. Like, how do I know if I'm this shadow, if I'm the good and the evil inside of me? Because I've heard in the past that I'm supposed to accept the light and the darkness within me. And I was freaking stuck in this illusion for many years. And I believed that I needed to accept all of the parts of myself, including the ego, including the insecurities, including the unworthiness, including this freaking inner critic that was driving me crazy and that was making me feel so empty and so stressed out and so anxious. Why the hell should I accept that? That's crazy. So that took a lot of my power away because I was living in a mental state of confusion and I didn't know who my true identity was. I was lacking clarity. And I'm sure a lot of us can relate to that because it's like we're drowning in mud and we don't know what to do. And so the realization that I had that I want to share with you is the truth, which is you don't have to accept the false master. You don't have to keep accepting that you are that old false identity. True freedom, true liberation, true identity shifting comes when you start accepting only your sacredness, your divinity, your true, which is that part of you that is really eternal. It goes beyond the mind, it goes beyond the logic, it goes beyond the skepticism, and is that fire that gives you life, that beats your heart. That is the proof of your true self. And so the true self is only love. It's only power. It's only wisdom. This is your higher intelligence. This is what a lot of people call the higher self, the true self. So in my journey of identity shifting, of identity reprogramming, I was able to answer that question. How do we find clarity? How do I love and accept myself when I think I'm all of this darkness? The first rule and principle for you is that you need to stop believing the lies of the inner critic. You need to stop believing the lies of the mind that tell you that you're not good enough. Stop accepting that and realize you have the freaking power to stop that and use your voice and say, stop. You're not welcomed here. That is not who I am. I am not this false imposter identity. I'm not this imposter syndrome. I'm not this stress. I'm not this self-judgment. That is the first step to freedom and freaking power. Because when you know who you are, no one can mess with you. You're unshakable. You're building your life. You're manifesting your life on the firm foundation of truth. And when you know the truth, you shall set yourself free. And the truth is, you need to love, honor, and deepen your relationship only with your true self, with that part of you that knows that there's only abundance, that knows that there is only love and wisdom within you. So as you stop placing your attention in your false identity, the ego, and you start accepting this true self, which is way powerful than you think, then and only then can you be free, can you be happy, and can you manifest your dream life and know that you deserve to have it all. If not, you're going to keep living with the limitations of your mind. And be my guest. Because the truth is, if you haven't had enough pain, enough limitations, enough suffering that you've created for yourself, you will not awaken to this truth of what it really means to shift your identity. But when you do, when you've had enough, when you've committed to the path of light, to the path of discovering your truth, then you're golden. Then life is easy. Then everything comes your way because you've purged away the victim consciousness that is the false identity, and you've remembered, I'm a freaking creator and I have all the power to attract to me all of the constructive things that I desire, and nothing in the outside world can prevent that from coming my way. I want to invite you to have an open mind, an open heart to what I'm about to say. If it serves you, good. If it doesn't, just let it pass. But the most powerful thing that I've discovered in my journey after 7 years is this. Our true self is not only abundant, it's not only loving, it's not only authentic. It's actually way deeper, and I want to plant this seed for you that the creator of the universe, God, you can imagine it like a sun. It wanted to express itself. It wanted to create billions and millions of sunshine rays. And that's how we were created. This is not religious. This is just a universal principle of creation. And so what happened? We started to be called the sons of God. S-U-Ns, literally the sons of God. And we can start to understand that beyond the religious programming of God is out there, or the universe is out there in spirituality, and that we have to pray for it, that we just have to surrender to it. The truth that I found is that God lives in us. God beats our heart. And not only God is in us, but we are one with that presence of God in us. That is the true source of your being. It's right here. This is what it really means. Every step of the way, as we shift our identity, we need to love and accept more of that limitless power that gives us life. And that's what it means to walk back to the Father, to return home to the eternal freedom that we deserve and the power that we deserve. When we make that connection, life becomes joyful. Life becomes easy. Life becomes a playground for us to have and experience the most extraordinary life. Hope that helps in your journey. Hopes this clarify this confusion of identity shifting and helps you to go down the right path, because you're never shifting your identity. You are only coming back home to your truth. And that, my friends, is true power. Much love. I'll see you on the next one.